is Megan Hicks here with Iron Far, and I'm with Magdalena Boulet, ahead of the 2013 the North Face Endurance Challenge Championships 50-mile race. How are you doing, Magda? Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. A pleasure to meet you. Thanks for having me here. I'm doing great. I'm nervous.
You are nervous.
I am nervous.
This is your first 50-mile race. Is that where the nerves come from?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Now, before we talk about the race specifically tomorrow, I wanted to kind of introduce you to the trail and ultra running community. This is your first interview with Iron Far, so many of our readers, it'll be their first chance to meet you. You come to ultra marathoning with a pretty strong road racing and shorter distance trail racing background. You're a 2:26 marathoner and a 1:11 half marathoner. So I think it's safe to say that you have the fastest PRs among all the women who will start tomorrow, and a lot of the men too.
It's been a great running career for me on the road, and I'm hoping to translate some of the speed leg into the future of trail racing.
Great. You do have some experience trail racing, shorter distance and cross country. I know you competed at the World Cross Country Championships in 2010 and 11 for Team USA.
Yes.
And you guys earned a bronze those 2 years, I believe.
Both years.
Both
yes.
years.
Yeah.
And then more recently, this past fall, you competed with Team USA at the World Mountain Running Championships.
Yes, that was a wonderful experience. Very different from cross-country racing. World Mountain is a little bit more technical.
Early courses, right?
Yes, absolutely. So that was an introduction to real trail racing for me.
You were the highest placing American at that event. You 11th place, is that right?
Yes.
So a pretty solid performance on some seriously technical course. You must feel comfortable on that kind of terrain.
I do. I feel more comfortable on the uphill courses than the downhill courses.
Okay.
And this was, I believe, this was the first time in the history of World Mountain Championships where we started with the downhill.
Okay.
I have some work to do. I definitely, that's not my strength. There's still room for improvement, as I would like to see it. I'm getting more comfortable with being just a lot more bold going down the hill and taking a little bit more risk. But the uphills, I loved it, and I'm really looking forward to an all uphill year.
Well, that will be coming, won't it?
Yes.
So a little bit about you outside of running. You're a mom of one. You have a boy who's 8 years old.
Yes.
And you're married to a running store owner here in the east. What do we call this? The east side of the bay?
East side of the bay, Oakland and Berkeley. Yes. Transport's running store has been around for many years, and it's a great local store.
And we're actually on the property of GU Energy right now, who you work for in marketing. Do I have that right?
No, I actually do. I direct the research and development department, so I'm in product development.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you do anything else? I know that you coached folks in the past.
I do. I have a small, very intimate group of athletes that I coach outside. Not as much as I used to in the past few years, because I came back to full-time position at GU Energy Labs just 6 months ago.
Okay. And that coming into full-time work, did that coincide with you just sort of deciding that your road running career was over, or?
Yeah, I think I was ready. I was ready for that next step to apply what I've learned in the past 15 years running post-collegiately and being on the road for a while. I turned 40 this year, and thank you. And I was ready for the next challenge, and I'm a strong believer that you can do both. I make it work. Running is a passion. It's a lifestyle in my life, and there's always room for it, and just trying to make it efficiently with a full-time job.
You're sponsored by Saucony.
Yes.
you're sponsored by GU and you're sponsored by Ultraspire. Did I get that right?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, you've got all the stuff you need to run some trails.
Yes, and you know, I see, you know, the longer the distance becomes, how critical the nutrition obviously, you know, plays a role in performance. So it's fun coming with my background from product development and applying the science now. Versus just working with athletes that you know, that we sponsored through work, but also doing it themselves. So.
Well, tomorrow is going to be certainly a big experiment of one. Your first ultra race over there on the Marin headland side of the bay. How are you feeling about that experiment?
Well, I was doing really well till just, you know, a few days ago, when everyone is, you know, just approaching me and asking me, "Are you ready?" And I don't know. I think I have all the pieces. I'm as prepared as I can be for this race. In my first preparation, it's been really awesome to spend a lot more time on that mountain. It's probably one of the most beautiful places to run, and you know, I went to Cal, Berkeley, so we spent, you know, our long runs on the mountain, and then as I was preparing for marathons, a lot of that mileage, I say that mountain made me strong. But I never knew that there were so many other trails on that mountain, because I never had enough time to actually, you know, to cover that many miles. So it's been just so much fun, you know, finding meeting people that do longer distances and taking me kind of under their wing and showing me trails that I haven't had a chance to explore, and it's in my backyard. So that is a huge part of why I wanted to do this race. And this whole season has been about challenging myself, taking time away from road racing or from marathon preparation. The goal for this season was to do something extreme. And I started with the Masters Championship in a mile, and I wanted to do something really opposite of it. So I picked the 50 miles. So a mile on the road and a 50 mile on the trail. Couldn't be more
Couldn't be more different.
So this is definitely a challenge that I set for myself, and you know, there are a lot of women in this race that have a lot more experience than I do, and I have huge respect for what they've done and the distance itself, and just looking forward to walking away and learning a ton.
Wonderful. Let me ask you about your preparation. Tell me about a key training run or a key workout or a key sort of week of training that you put in preparation.
Biggest, I think the biggest challenge for me was to really put together long runs back to back. You know, in the past 15 years, you know, my preparation for long runs was, you know, not running past 24 miles, and then you build up to that, and you do long running. In this preparation, you know, I build up to a 35-mile run, and I've done back-to-back, pretty frequently runs where I would go anywhere from 18 to mid-20s, and all the way to where I did it 28 and 22 in 24 hours. And I felt that gave me, after completing, you know, 28 and 22, they gave me a little bit more confidence that, you know, I can do this, that, you know, my body can handle mileage past the marathon, and hopefully I can go back and use some of the speed that I, you know, have done in the past, and, you know, have it at the end.
Still have it there.
And hopefully still have it.
You mentioned training with some folks and having some folks with extra trail experience sort of taking you under your wing. I understand that you might have somebody with a decent amount of experience trail running, and particularly this race. Is your pacer tomorrow?
Yes, so Caitlin Smith has done this race.
She was the winner in 2009.
Absolutely.
She knows what it takes to win.
She knows what it takes to win. She knows the trails, and I've had the pleasure of, you know, of spending some running with her on that mountain, and she lives in Oakland, so we get to get out there. from Stinson Beach all the way to Tennessee Valley, and then my husband's going to jump in for the last 6 miles.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
You are a local. These are your trails. I mean, it's a little bit more unfamiliar over on the other side of the bay than here, but this is your home terrain. What part of the course are you particularly looking forward to tomorrow?
That's a great question. You know, I'm very, very familiar with the Tennessee trail. So the coastal trail has been, I've got to know it really well, and all the way from the start, because I've been going to Rodeo Beach for quite a bit, just to spend time with family, and that youth hostel there has been, it's been part of kind of family trips, to that area. I'm doing some short runs from there. It's just a matter now of piecing it all together. What I, used to call, 5 different runs I would do over the course of preparation. Now I'm doing it all in one stint.
Yeah.
So from the start and the Tennessee Valley and Coastal Trail are one of my most favorite. And that trail to Muir Beach, I remember first time when I ran it. I said, "Are we really going up this hill? We're coming back on this part?" I thought Keaton was joking, and I remember standing at the top of it and looking down, going, "This is a suicide." And then trying to imagine people doing it when it rained last year. It was, it's unbelievable.
Well, fortunately, we, knock on wood, will have mostly dry trails tomorrow.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully we do have great weather.
Talk to me for a minute about your strategy. Are you turning up at this race to win? Are you turning up at this race to just play smart and see how it all pans out? Are you going to live within yourself? What's your plan for tomorrow?
I want to be really smart. I don't want to get ahead of myself. In my heart, I'm really competitive and I want to get out there. But I don't feel like I have the experience to just go out and take charge. And so I really want to be conservative. Play smart, and hopefully learn a lot that after mile 30, 35, I have enough in my legs to churn it up and finish strong. I would like to, get to Tennessee Valley and feel like I have another year, and I don't want to leave it all out in the first 30 miles. My longest run has been 35, and past that, it's a huge unknown. But I really believe if I respect the distance and play smart, I'll get ahead of my of myself and have something at the end.
For that last big climb on Tennessee Valley.
Yes. It's my favorite climb, by the way. I've done that climb a few times, and a lot of people, when we go, we start out run sometimes with that climb. Like, I love this climb. It's and I've learned to love it even more going out to train there over the past 6 months.
So hopefully you'll be in love after you do it one more time tomorrow.
Well, I would like to come back to this race.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to this event.
Okay, bonus question for you. You work for GOO.
Yes.
GOO is taking charge with their salted caramel flavor.
The Yeti is so hot right now. Yes.
People love sweet savory.
Yes, really, it's a great complement to our line, and with the elevated electrolytes, it really complements that flavor. And who doesn't like caramel, so that extra salt does have a functional purpose. We've been having a lot of fun with that flavor with the Yeti, and it brings excitement.
Will the Yeti be in any of your pockets tomorrow?
Absolutely.
And last question, is GOO working on any other savory?
We're constantly working on savory flavors. They're very, very difficult to match with the carbs that you're providing. So product development is ongoing. We're working on it. Hopefully we'll have something that will complement Yeti out in 2013. Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's coming.